do. It's the Fed signature. It's how they sign off after they murder you. They're like Holiday and a Boulevard. And it's never on the nice side of town either.
My
like Charlie Kirk
with every one of my husband's employees who lost a friend and a mentor.
And the Israeli hard-right government has a mandate.
What's up, YouTube? Welcome back to the Right Point of View YouTube channel with your favorite host, Ashley, and I'm back with another video. And I know I've been gone a while, and I will explain all of that if you're interested at the end of the video. But for right now, let's dive right into this. Today, we're talking about Charlie Kirk because, man, I love Charlie Kirk. One of the last videos I actually did on YouTube was reacting to one of his debates. Phenomenal man. But what we want to do is not go over everything that's already been going around, all the conspiracies, all of the, the questions that's being asked, rightfully so. But in this video, we're actually going to touch on what I believe that this really means, and what the feeling of Charlie's death actually gave me was a feeling of spiritual warfare, actually. And in this video, I'm going to go through not just the reactions to Charlie's death that I think were totally demonic, but we're also going to get into Candace Owens, pursuing truth and asking for answers, and how some of these demons have been coming out and attacking her left, right, and center. And obviously we all know the red button. If you press that one with that country that's, somewhere in the Middle East, we won't say no names out here trying to protect the integrity of the channels and get this message across. But we all know when you start speaking about a certain group of people, all hell breaks loose. So we're going to get into that, what I think, what all of it means, and let's dive right in. Okay, so one of the major things that was the immediate signal to me that this world is really in a dark space was the reactions to his death. Obviously not the heartfelt positive ones, normal ones. It was the really not normal ones, the ones that were cheering and celebrating and
a win is a win. A win is a win. I don't care what y'all say. A win is a win. Siri, please play Shoulda Ducked by Lil Durk featuring new artist Charlie Kirk.
Yeah. What is it that they say? It's not gun control. It's not common sense gun laws. What is it? Oh, I remember. Thoughts and prayers.
Keep the money flipping. It's all right. No Ubering in and out of prison for a while.
And even the things they were saying, I personally have had conversations with people who are like, no, he was spewing hate and all these things. And I said, have you ever watched him in his entirety? Because this speaks to another problem. And there was actually a good friend of mine who, me and her were having a debate, and I was saying the same thing. Did you watch a clip or did you watch the full context of what you saw? Because Charlie Kirk aside, this is a major problem that we have in society today, where people are just taking sound bites of something, running with the narrative, and think they know the whole story. And it's just not true. You owe it to yourself, to the people that you're sharing your opinions with, to really do your research and know what you're talking about. And anybody who followed Charlie Kirk and his content knows he was not a racist. He was not even homophobic. I've seen videos and clips of Charlie actually saying that I would encourage you to join the movement, the conservative movement. Like, just being homosexual alone doesn't just cast you out like that. Like, that's what he used to say. But y'all already know this is the Right Point of View, and we lean more to the right opinions. And some of those are very conservative. And like Charlie, I recently, actually influenced by Charlie, felt this strong need to start to relook at the Bible. And it got kind of just ties into with what everything that we're talking about in this video is this good versus evil. And even in the Bible, like Jesus, like Moses, like all of the greats in there, the moment you start speaking truth to people who aren't ready or unwilling to hear it or accept it, all hell breaks loose. You know that as soon as you start speaking about Jesus or speaking about truth or speaking about, you know, identifying the holes in politics or even this world stage, immediately it's like the Matrix minions just come and start attacking you. I've experienced this personally, and I've watched so many greats experience also, which brings me to Candace. We're going to take a look at the video that she put out, because the narrative around this video has just been bananas, and it is more evidence toward the fact that they will twist, they will turn, they will say all these things to make it seem as though you are saying one thing when, you know, anybody with eyes and ears can hear exactly what she said. And it wasn't that Trump killed Charlie Kirk. She's been saying from the beginning, it's the feds. It was a military hit. That's her opinion. And she's within her rights to have it, because as some of you, people watching this, I hope know, the government is corrupt. And we all know that. Every single one of them. And all of the little political minions that, you know, we elect and fall under the governmental body. All of them, I would say majority of them have been bought and paid for. They no longer, their minds are no longer their own. Okay, so let's dive into this video quick, and then we'll get into some other stuff.
Really process everything that happened with Charlie and what it kind of means in terms of where we are. And I think it is a circumstance where we just know that he was truly betrayed in one of the most egregious ways that I think I've ever seen. It has made me lose faith in politics. It has made me fully lose faith in Trump. And my heart aches for the fact that he gave so much of his life to Trump and to politics. And they just were like, nope, that is it. It serves us or it doesn't serve us, and we want to move on. And so here's a holiday. Bro, if they try to give me a holiday, what is with them giving people a holiday after they kill them? Why is that a thing? You know what I mean? Like, oh, Martin Luther King, what about this holiday? What about this boulevard? Anyways, let me knock it off. Like, they're going to give Charlie Kirk a boulevard. They already did. They did in Israel. They gave him freaking boulevard. It's like, as soon as they give you a boulevard and a holiday, they definitely killed you. Okay, there's no question. They killed you. There's no way. That's like their signature thing. It's like that's what they do. It's the Fed signature. It's how they sign off after they murder you. They're like holiday and a bullet.
So did you guys hear that? Let's rewind.
It's the Fed signature. It's the Fed signature. It's how they sign off after they murder you. They're like holiday and a boulevard. And it's never on a nice side of town either. Like Charlie Kirk Boulevard is not gonna be a nice side of town. Anyways.
No lies told, y'all. No lies told. She said it clear as day. The feds, not Donald Trump, the feds, but this is what they'll do. This is why it's so important for us now more than ever. This has actually been my motivation to jump back on here. I've had a lot of stuff going on personally, guys. This is my dream, to be able to sit here with you and discuss things that are going on in the world so we can help wake up other people. But sometimes it just doesn't work out that way. And this motivated me to get back out there, as it did many others. There are people who are like, I haven't been to church in 15 years, but this whole incident felt so icky and off par that it made people start to actually walk toward their faith, because there is something really icky about this whole situation. And just like this video, she clearly said feds, as she stated multiple times before, but you have so many different platforms and influencers that are coming out to literally say, she said Trump, she said Israel. That literally never came out of her mouth. And it's so important that we keep pounding this point, because they will manipulate, they will twist, they will paint you to be the villain so that they can discredit what you're saying. And she is the only one who is fighting and really advocating for truth in this situation. And that saddens me. It really does sadden me, because Charlie was an amazing guy. And I know there's been a lot of rumors about Erica Kirk. And I'll be honest with you guys, I have felt not so cool vibes from her speeches as well. Let's take a quick look at one that really rubbed me the wrong way.
And I want to thank the Turning Point USA board, the COO, Justin Strive, and my husband's chief of staff, the amazing Mikey McCoy, for all their work in these terrible days to be the stability for our family and for the wider Turning Point USA family as well. My heart is with every one of my husband's employees who lost a friend and a mentor. I want to thank the staffers of his amazing Charlie Kirk show, who helped him broadcast from this studio, this chair. Every day he loved it. He loved what he did.
Why don't you let me fix you some of this new Mococo drink? All natural cocoa beans from the upper slopes of Mountain Nicaragua, no artificial sweeteners.
What the hell are you talking about? Who are you talking to?
I just felt like, what are you promoting? Who are you talking to? You know what I mean? Your husband passed 2 days ago, and here you are thanking the COO and Turning Point staff. Like, I just found that a little bit weird. But if it does feel a bit performative, guys, it probably is. I don't know if she has a connection or not, because I know there's this whole rabbit hole you can go down. She was in a pageant for Trump, and they met in Israel, and people think she was like planted in Charlie's life to help him stay in line for the mission. It's not something I wouldn't believe, to be honest. Very much like the Truman Show, everything was staged in that man's life. And you heard Candace actually say it.
I am looking around and wondering whether Charlie's entire life was the Truman Show. None of you guys are behaving in the way that you should be behaving, okay? There is no way you are letting these lies fly.
Obviously, we have learned the truth about Charlie's thoughts leading to his death. Not only did he feel someone was going to kill him, he felt that. How terrifying and sad that is to know. He also made very clear he was going to be moving away from the whole Israel movement. So much so, one of his last texts the day before he died was, "We're bringing Candace back." So we all know that Charlie was about to ramp it up. And here's my thoughts. You know, he wasn't the most controversial person. He was actually probably the least controversial. Yeah, he said some controversial things, but he said it and acted out in a way that was inviting, where you have like a Candace or a Tucker Carlson, or I think they're way more polarizing in their delivery. Whereas Charlie was like, come talk to me, you know, even though I'm not saying Tucker and Candace don't do that too, but they're a lot more grr, in my opinion. Charlie was less combative, more, I just want to talk. And so it's like, why Charlie, right? Why would anyone in the higher ups care to take out a Charlie? And here is the parallel, I believe, between Charlie, John F. Kennedy, Martin Luther King, Malcolm X, is they captivated an audience. Very, very influential people. It's like today. Today, gone are the days where you just have to be some A-list actor to get a role in a commercial. You just need to have influence. If you have 1 million plus, or sometimes even less, depending on the company, following, that's powerful. That is, in some cases, better than money to some people, because you have the minds and the eyes of an audience. That's what Charlie had. And not just any audience, but the most important audience, college kids, the next generations of voters, thinkers, inventors, all of that stuff. That's who Charlie was connecting with. Unlike all the other politicians that are out of date, older, doing all of the, regular things, Charlie saw an opportunity in going to these universities and having open conversations with the young people, because they are the ones who are paving the way for the future. So, and this is a story as old as time. Think of school. That's how school started. The people who created school saw value in having your children for 8 hours plus a day for a good duration of the most important years of their lives, so that they could what? Program them, so that they can teach them the ways in which they want them to go out and operate in the matrix. So that changes the game. You now go from being just a voice that maybe is against us, that we find a little annoying and we'll just bash you in public, to you're a threat to our movement. And that's what I think Charlie was. I think Charlie was a threat to the Israel movement, to the government movement because they're in cahoots with Israel. I also think before, right, because what are the odds that right before his opinion was going to publicly start changing, because up until this point, he's been a go Israel guy. What are the odds? As soon as his thoughts his wheels are spinning and he's starting to reconsider his position.
Guts are usually right.
I'm going to tie all of this into back to what I really think is going on, and it's spiritual warfare. I believe in blood sacrifices. I believe that people in higher places, when they see an opportunity like this, it's not just his political influence. It's not just, oh, we got to take him out because he might go this way. That could be true. It could not be. I don't know. We're going to find out, hopefully. But even more than that, these people are very powerful, and they know also, just like you and I and any spiritual people that are watching this, that the spirit world is way more influential and important than the physical. And these people, they do spells, they do rituals, they do all of these, like, I think these people are demonic. There's a lot of dark magic happening. And I think when you see, because they could have done it any other way. They could have slipped something in his tea or got him at an event, but why the public assassination in such a gruesome way for the whole world to see? They harvest our energy. That's what I believe. It's a blood sacrificing. I believe they harvest our energy. I believe after a trauma like that, you have people crying, shouting, weeping, praying, begging, just wanting answers, being in dark places, being in togetherness, whatever it is, it's all energy, all of it. And they harness that. It empowers them. This is not a right versus left, Republicans versus Democrats, liberals versus conservatives, white versus black. This is good versus evil. And I believe that with my whole heart. Anyways, comment down below what you think about all of this. Are you waiting for Candace? Are you on the side of Candace? Have you been following her? Do you agree with anything that she's saying? Do you agree with anything that I'm saying? If so, comment below. I missed you guys. And yeah, I'd love to hear from you. And if you are one of my originals, I love you guys so much. This part of the video is going to be for anybody who cares about where I've been and what I've been up to and why I disappeared. I seen some of your messages where you're like, we miss you, come back. You guys don't know how much that warmed my heart. I appreciate it so much. But honestly, just life, really. I've just been going through a lot of things and a lot of transitions, and I've been trying to just navigate, really. But I'm back officially. I promise you, I ain't going nowhere. We're going to turn this into my full time because I love to do this. I love to chat with you guys. And I think it's so important. And I think Charlie's situation really taught us that for sure. So, yeah, I'll see you guys around. Please keep supporting. Like, subscribe, and we'll talk to you guys soon.